All right, we're recording.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, welcome to the next edition. Episode.
Bedtime
Stories.
By Most Timers.
By Most Timers with, well, you know us. Alex
with
and Tanya.
Harley.
Harley's under the blanket.
Doodle.
Gator. Yeah, Chair Gator's here. The tiger's in the corner. I don't think you can see the tiger.
Okay, so we thought we would, for bedtime stories this time, we thought we would tell you where we have been the last couple of weeks.
A little bit about what we've been doing while we've been there.
So we had visited a state park in Tennessee.
Yep, it's outside of Henderson, which is outside of Jackson, Tennessee, in the middle of the state between Nashville and Memphis.
A state park with a nice little lake and stuff there, and
Lake Placid, not the one with the alligators.
Anyway, so we had been there. We were there for 2 weeks. This was
it's called Chickasaw.
Oh yeah, Chickasaw State Park. This was our first state park, obviously, because we just got the bus.
Yeah. It was really the first place we've ever camped after Fort Wilderness at Disney World, other than getting places.
It was different. It was a very nice park, but we'll go over some of that.
Yeah. Very economical place to stay.
That was kind of the point. We actually went to visit a friend. So anyway, so it was nice. So it had a lake there in the park. It had there were actually 3 campgrounds. It had a tent area. It had an RV campground. It was separate, and then it had what they called a Wrangler campground.
Yeah, which was pretty cool.
We had never.
They had a barn. They had pastures for horses. Apparently, a lot of people go to this place in order to go horseback riding.
And it was funny. We were not real sure what we were like. Oh, a Wrangler campground. They must bring their horses, and we weren't real sure, of course. So that first weekend we were there, we pulled down there, and sure enough, there's all these horse trailers, and everybody's horses.
Tons of horses
in
the pasture. It was pretty neat. It was pretty cool to see.
We got to see all the horses. So anyway, that was there. It had a lake, like I said. There, they were no motorized boats there, but it had places you could rent kayaks and.
We weren't sure if you could rent them or you just borrow one.
I'm not real sure. So there was a day use.
There was a day use area. So it was pretty neat with all of that. Nice. Getting there, I just want to comment. So we decided on our second day after we left Disney, we don't want to do the interstates anymore. So we set the Garmin RV Navi to go the shortest route, which actually took us on a lot more state highways.
It's kind of cool. We saw a lot more.
We worked our way through Alabama on state highways, a little bit into Mississippi, and then up into Tennessee. And we were in no hurry.
That was when we went by Natural Bridge.
That was when, by Natural Bridge, and you've already seen that one. But the driving, it was a slower pace. It was less stressful being new to driving in the bus. There were a lot less trucks. And I think the views were just nicer. So that was just a nicer way to go. On the park itself, very economical. The spot we reserved, and we actually had driven through the park over winter when we were visiting the same friend. And we picked the spot because it looked like a great place to stay. Little did we know it wasn't necessarily the levelest spot.
It was not the most unlevel, but it was not level.
It was not level. And we actually did some looking and we took some notes down. If we ever go back to Chickasaw, we have some better sites to choose that are more level, but the levelness was difficult with the giant bus here. The cell hotspot worked great. I was there working for 2 weeks and had no issues with video calls and video conferences and stuff. So all of that was good. And then our activities, we kept pretty busy.
We fished. We haven't fished in years.
I know. We'll have some photos. Did we ever post any of that?
I've got your video. We'll put up.
Yeah, we got some video on that. We did a stand-up paddleboarding, both of us. So we'll do a little segment on that.
So I have always wanted to Pocahontas, and I did it one time up at Ed and Shelley's house.
Hi Ed, I know you watch these.
Yes, up in New York, I did it, and I was terrified. I knew I couldn't fall off because the water was very cold.
You couldn't fall off.
Yeah, I couldn't. So I did well that time. I did okay. I never fell. So we purchased an inflatable stand-up paddleboard.
Yeah, so it goes in the basement.
It's pretty cool, and we weren't real sure how this was going to go. We were a little apprehensive about the whole thing, and we took the time and got it inflated and all that, and it is awesome. Alex actually did it.
It was terrifying. I did not fall. It was something to behold.
I've got video. If anyone wants to see them, there's a slight charge for that. Just kidding. Anyway, so we did that. We did lots of grilling. We
already did the review of the new grill. Love the new grill.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of rain. It seems like it's been raining since we got the bus.
Monsoon.
Florida, all the way up here. In fact, leaving the park, Interstate 40 was closed for a little bit today due to flooding.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rain going on here. But, we got to get a lot of other things done while we were here because we were stuck in the rain. We certainly did a lot with the grill. Tanya's had a blast with spices.
I've been making up recipes and mixing my own spices, and
there'll be a whole nother set. You haven't done any videos on that yet either.
I have not.
So with the rain, we spent a lot of time doing organizing of the bus. We actually made a bunch of trips to Lowe's. We got a bunch of projects done, and we'll do some videos and posts on these later. We did some improvements to where the dogs go in their little dog area. I finally got my desk organized while Tanya got her spices done, and a whole bunch of organizing done for plushie wear and stuff. We worked on a bunch of upgrades for the bus, some stinky slinky stuff, making the floor steamer fold up, some rodent repellent related stuff. We did some
we don't
bus
have any
maintenance.
rodents.
We don't have any rodents. We're trying to prevent us from ever having
A lot of people talk about getting them in the basement area. So
yeah, so we did some stuff to do that, and then we did some bus maintenance. So we learned that being under the Doodle's just having a blast. Being under the trees in Fort Wilderness caused the roof to get a bunch of stuff on it, and we learned that our debris stuff. We learned our Dutch Star has 4 drains, one in each corner of the bus that have tubes that come down to the bottom.
When that debris gets
apparently, and when the debris gets in the drains, they clog up, and then the water starts coming down from the air conditioners right in the middle of the awnings on the sides. So we did some maintenance for that. We've got some stuff posts maybe for that. I didn't get horribly soaked, which was good, but we learned how to do that. We blew it out with some air, but we tried a few things first that didn't work. But all in all, it was a great trip. So we
mud.
There was a lot of we got to clean our whole carpet. We invested in, well, they saw the pictures of our Crocs.
Yeah. Oh,
so we got our Crocs, and one of the reasons we went to get Crocs was because of rain.
Mud.
Which we learned at Fort Wilderness, but they came in very handy here because of all the mud and rain. So we got to clean our front carpet like crazy because it's covered with dirt and mud. But due to the unlevelness of the spot, we had to park really far forward, which means that our steps didn't go to the concrete area outside. The steps went into the mud pit. But the bus was at least level, so it was...
The good thing is we didn't have the videos of us both almost sliding down the hill multiple times.
Oh, and the best thing, Tanya, which you don't even know yet, got to use her bathtub, and we'll show that off later too.
Yes, we'll do a video on that.
There's a bathtub in our RV.
Yes.
We'll do a video on that one.
A bathtub.
So
we'll do a video on that one.
So
not with me in it.
So this wasn't a funny story of us doing...
rated G.
Yeah, no. This wasn't a funny story of us doing something stupid or anything like that. We didn't really make any new friends, but just the story of what we've done the last couple of weeks. Keeping everybody updated. So we're off to our new destination. We'll be there for a couple of weeks, and we'll have to do a bedtime story or two while we're there. So
we've been told by the way, by our teenage human, Bay, as y'all know her, that we need to do some stories of some, whether it be funny stuff now or funny stuff we did in our fifth wheel before this, because we've got some doozies, not just funny stuff.
We're gonna take more alcohol.
So
we're having wine today, by the way.
Y'all let us
we're
know if you think you'd like to hear some of those, because there's some good ones in there. We could definitely share some of those with you, because I'm sure we're going to do some more dumb stuff. But up until that point, we have plenty of dumb things we can share with you. What you think?
And yeah, you know, I'm not trying to promote social media, but tell us if you like these bedtime stories. I like them because my great grandkids are going to know us. Our grandkids are going to know us. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge to the kids.
If you don't like them, it's okay.
If you don't like them, yeah, it's okay. We do these for ourselves because we're going to laugh about them in a few years. And because we've been drinking. Cheers. You haven't been drinking. Where's your drink? Okay, you've got dogs.
So, anyway.
Good night.
Let us know. Give us some feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. We're good. We can take it. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.